Hey guys, my name's Dan Janoff. I'm the creator of Intelligent Wrestling Talk on Facebook, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of How Dan Would Book. It's where I take the upcoming pay-per-view and show you how I would book it. May not be the way it all goes down, but it's what I feel would be best going forward. For this one, I'm going to be booking the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, Roadblock, End of the Line. The first match of the night is going to be taking place on the pre-show, Big Cass taking on Rusev. Since we're at the beginning stage of this feud and considering the placement of this match on the card, I think we should have Enzo get involved in the match, gets the crowd excited, plus it makes sense considering what's already happened, considering how he was set up before with Lana and Rusev at the hotel. Have him attack Rusev during the match, DQing Cass, have Enzo point at Lana, basically saying something along the lines of he's going to get back at them for what happened. I'm not sure how Rusev gets continuously put in the feuds where he's defending his wife, and yet somehow he's the heel, but I digress. Next match is going to be for the Raw Tag Team Championships, and it'll be Sheamus and Cesaro taking on the New Day. I went back and forth with this one, and considering the New Day just defended their titles against not 2 but 4 teams, and one of those teams was Sheamus and Cesaro. So here's what I'll do. The New Day are still exhausted, they're still hurting from all they had to do on Monday. They've also been winning lately by pretty questionable means for a good guy tag team. So for here, I would make it real obvious. Just when it looks like Cesaro and Sheamus got the win, have Xavier try to do it again, try to distract him, whatever, and he'll get caught and get thrown out. As Cesaro has his back turned and the ref is dealing with Xavier, Kofi will hit him with a low blow, then Trouble in Paradise, New Day retains, and they are officially heels. Moving on to the next match, we have Sami Zayn taking on Braun Strowman. Now this is going to be the easiest match of the night for me to book. They basically put it all out there for us. A 10-minute time limit for a man like Sami Zayn who's angry yet determined. Now don't get me wrong, Braun is going to be destroying Sami. Power move after power move left and right. And Braun is essentially going to leave it in the hands of Sami, whether he wants to continue or not. He's not going to go for a pin, and each time it looks like he can't get back up, Sami keeps rising to his feet and rising to his feet, slowly and surely getting the crowd behind him and getting all that momentum. And then that's going to start to pump him up. In the final minute, he's going to be essentially going off adrenaline from the crowd as he's standing toe-to-toe with Braun, exchanging fists left and right with him. And at this point, the crowd's going nuts, because they've been on this incredible ride in just a short amount of time. Now, once it gets to that 10-minute mark, they're going to continue to fight. It's just not going to stop. And now all of a sudden, you have a guy like Sami at his size. He now looks like a credible threat to Braun, and further pushes him up in the eyes of the fans. I'd like to see this feud continue into next year, which will elevate him towards the title. Now the next title match of the night is for the Cruiserweight Championship in a triple threat match with TJ Perkins, D. Brian Kendrick, and Rick Swann. Now this match is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have everyone get all their spots in, and going to have them look good. The Cruiserweights need to shine because they haven't really been shining as much lately. Now, with that being said, Rick Swann will need to retain. I think there needs to be a long-time champion for this division, and why not Rick Swann? He is amazing at what he does, and he puts on great matches every single time. I think it's a smart move. Now time for the Raw Women's Championship match with Charlotte taking on Sasha Banks. Now this is going to be match of the night for sure, with how ridiculously good their matches have been. Some might be annoyed at the title changes as being as frequent as they've been, but I think it makes sense considering how equally matched these two are. And really, it shows that either one can get the better of the other on any given night. Now, Charlotte has seemed to excel the most on pay-per-views, while Sasha has done much better on Raw. The current streak Charlotte is on with the pay-per-views wouldn't make sense to end here. It needs to end on a better pay-per-view, not one that's been renamed after being on earlier this year. This way, the mystique of Charlotte winning when it matters can continue. Sasha can take some much needed time off, and Bayley can finally enter the title picture. Moving on to the next match with Chris Jericho taking on Seth Rollins. Now this is going to be another great match between these two. It should be a close one with neither one really pulling away until the very end, where I would have Seth take the victory. But I would do it in a way where Jericho doesn't lose by way of finisher, but by the way of a roll-up pin. Since in the grand scheme of things, this match really doesn't matter all that much, and both need to remain looking strong, and this would be the best way for it. It's now time for the final match of the night, the main event. For the WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns taking on Kevin Owens. Now this is going to be a big match that could change everything if done wrong. Now what I would have them do is have Chris Jericho come down to the ring, and just when it looks like he's about to help Roman, Chris and Kevin are back together again. How? You have Chris come out drawing back and forth with Owens, making it look like Chris is still against Owens. Roman's going to try to take advantage, Owens is going to move out of the way, and Reigns is going to smack into that ring post. Now Owens is going to distract the referee, Chris hits Roman with something, maybe a chair, and that'll have him go right into a pop-up powerbomb. Owens retains. But that's not where this ends. As Owens and Jericho celebrate in the ring, Rollins' music hits, he comes down to the ring, and the four of them start brawling, setting up a fatal four-way for the Universal title at the Royal Rumble, thus creating the exact circumstances in which Owens originally won the title. What's going to happen here? Well, you're just going to have to wait and see when I do that booking video. Anyway, that's how I would book it. If you agree, give me a like. If not, how would you do it differently? Share and subscribe for more videos in the future. I do have plans for making top 10s as voted on within our Facebook group. Speaking of that, if you aren't a part of Intelligent Wrestling Talk and consider yourself an Intelligent Wrestling fan, head on over and join us. We have threads for every week for Raw and SmackDown, and of course each pay-per-view. We also have monthly polls to crown our cover star along with those top 10s I already told you about. The link will be in the description below. With that being said, I would like for you all to remember that there's only one way to talk wrestling, and that's intelligently.